High ticket sales is by far the easiest way to make your first $10,000 online this year. All you need is a laptop, a work ethic, and an internet connection. As long as you have those three things, the hardest part is actually breaking into the space and getting your foot in the door. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how to land your first remote high ticket sales role and start getting a piece of the action. And who am I to show you how to make your first 10 grand online this year? I'm Bolo. I've been in the space for touching 2 years now, and I've made about 150 grand in personal income. So I can definitely show you how to make 10 grand in the space of 11 months. So I'm going to cover three things in the video. Firstly, what is high ticket sales? Secondly, how to actually get started in high ticket sales. And thirdly, how to scale up, how to build your skills and continue making more and more money. Number one, what is high ticket sales? High ticket sales is selling products of a pretty high price tag where the commission can be pretty high as well. Think luxury cars, think luxury watches, think highly advanced software solutions, think highly advanced coaching programs. You always see coaches online. Chances are they have an inner circle, they have some sort of coaching program that they sell and it costs 5 to 10K. Usually you get 5 to 15% on every deal. So if you're selling something from 5 to 10K, that's roughly 500 to 1500 for every single deal that you close. It's like any sales job. Anybody who has been in sales or knows somebody that has been in sales, they're going to tell you it's not easy. It is hard work, but it does pay. It pays very well. So again, once you've got that work ethic, once you've got the discipline, you can make it happen. But that's what high ticket sales is, number one. Now, number two, the big question, how do you actually land a remote high ticket sales job? Now, most people, when they think, how do I get a job? How do I land an opportunity? Your mind goes to LinkedIn. Your mind goes to Googling jobs that are available. Your mind goes to Indeed, these kind of job sites. Forget about the traditional job sites for a minute. Instead, you want to find and join as many sales, high ticket sales communities that you possibly can and speak and shake hands with people who are genuinely making money from high ticket sales on a daily basis. You can find these communities on Twitter. They'll usually be held on Telegram where you can speak. Again, you can shake hands with people. You can set up calls with people. From there, you're going to continue making connections, learning sales from them, learning who they are working for, maybe getting to know who they're working for, and opportunities are going to start opening up. You're going to start getting requested for interviews. These groups are the real places where connections are made. People are pushing each other on a daily basis. People are talking about their numbers. They will tell you what company they're working for. They will tell you how they personally got in that company, whether they knew the person beforehand, whether they had a certain technique to reach out to the person. Stuff will open up as long as you get yourself in the right room. Just continue consuming high ticket sales content, continue engaging with content. Make sure you have your face on your social media. So when you reach out to somebody asking for advice, they see that you're a real person and they tell you to join a community that will help you out. Now, once you're in the communities, you've made some friends, you've made some connections. Like I said before, interviews are going to start popping up. So you need your interview prep. Interview prep for a sales job isn't too crazy. What I would recommend, because you're probably going to be working for young social media influencers, just naturally that's how this space is. Check out their social media, check out what kind of content that they push, check out their sales funnels, whatever link they have in their bio, see how a customer experience is once you click through their bio, and just make sure that you have general knowledge about what that person is selling. So if it's a fitness influencer, make sure you have the basics on fitness. You understand going to the gym, you understand basic nutrition. If it's a drop shipping influencer, make sure you understand the basics of drop shipping. If it's a Facebook ads influencer, understand the basics of Facebook ads. You don't need to be an expert in that field coming to the interview, but you need to be able to answer basic questions like you would on an actual sales call. Other than that, just show up with good energy. Show up with a plain background, a plain t-shirt. You can't have your bed in the background. You can't have anything crazy in the background. Just show up and bring good energy. Like I said, have hunger on the interview. It's definitely going to help out. Just show them that you want to be the best and you want to improve, grow, learn, and they will give you a shot, because at the end of the day, it's a sales job. It's probably going to be all commission. They don't lose a whole lot from giving you a shot. After the interview, make sure to follow up. What I mean by that is a few hours after the interview, whoever took the interview with you, whether it's the influencer, whether it's a sales manager that's working for the influencer, just show them that, again, you're persistent, you're showing up. You are going to be a good salesperson once working for them. Any good salesperson follows up with anybody that they've had a call with. So check in with them. Just drop them a message saying that you really enjoyed the chat that you had, you've been checking out more of the influencers' content, and you're really looking forward to hearing from them again. Stay in touch with them over the next few days, just ping them back and forth, speak to them like they're a normal person, which they are, and that's going to massively increase your chances of getting the job. But at the same time, don't be needy, don't text them every single day. Like, think about if you were trying to text a girl and you were being super needy and you were pinging them all the time and you were trying to get their attention. It doesn't work. Just ping them. Again, let them know that you're persistent, let them know that you're going to be a good worker, but don't beg for the job. Just show them, look, I know what I'm doing here. I'm a salesperson. I'm following up for this specific reason. Are we moving ahead? Am I getting the job or are we not? What do we want to do? Now, it actually just popped into my mind that I made a whole separate video on a different way to land high ticket sales roles compared to what I've just broken down. I won't go into depth on that method in this video, but I will link the YouTube video that I made about that method in the description, so you can check that out if you want an alternative way of landing roles. So use the guide that I've just broken down in this video, or use the guide in the description. It's an untapped method. It's a different alternative way to land sales roles. Once you have landed your role, now you've got your foot in the door and you need to build your skills. Now, there's some good news in terms of building your skills in high ticket sales. Usually, whatever company that you land a role with, they will have some sort of process in place for making sales. They will have some sort of process in place for appointment setting, closing, for follow-ups. So 9 times out of 10, they will provide some good training specific to that offer, the one that you've landed a role on. So you can make the most use out of that training as you possibly can. Use the manager that has taken the interview with you, or if the offer owner is the manager, it's all one. Ask him for a bunch of advice. Ask him for content advice as well if you want to, but obviously you're learning sales right now. So ask them for advice and use everything that you can. However, whatever company you land a role with, they're not going to train you 24/7, and they're not obligated to train you 24/7. You're working for them. So you need to produce. You need to show that you're eager. So taking your education, your sales education into your own hands is going to be key as well. Now, before I jump into actually educating yourself on high ticket sales, one thing I want to make very, very clear is the best way to learn by far in sales is just getting the reps in. It's making more phone calls. It's speaking to more people, more potential customers on a daily basis. Nothing is going to best that in terms of reading books, watching YouTube, which I'm going to break down in just a second. Just keep in mind, if you have to prioritize anything, prioritize getting the reps in. That's what's going to make you better. But the first way I recommend to upgrade yourself, upgrade your sales skills, reading books. I always did. Somebody I like is Brian Tracy. Specifically his book, The Psychology of Selling. I also like Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. And I like general self-improvement books when it comes to sales as well. Because honestly, sales is just one big self-improvement game. But in terms of specific sales knowledge, The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy and Negotiating is Chris Voss. Another resource at your fingertips that you're actually using right now is YouTube. There's a wealth of sales training on YouTube. Hours and hours of content that you can use to upgrade yourself literally for free. Just type into the YouTube search bar, how to get better at sales, and thousands of videos will come up. But here's the last way that I recommend that actually doesn't require reading. It doesn't require watching YouTube. It's actually something you can just implement into your daily life that's really going to help your sales capability. Just speak to people on a daily basis. When you're at the gym, when you're outside on a walk, when you're in the sauna, strike up a conversation with a stranger, get to know them, ask questions about their life, figure out what they like, what they don't like. Just have a genuine conversation with a stranger, because that's all sales is. If you commit yourself to speaking to one new stranger every single day for the next 6 months, I guarantee your sales ability will skyrocket. So just to recap how you're going to make your first 10 grand online this year. Number 1, understand high ticket sales, understand what the business is. Number 2, actively seek out opportunity through the right channels. Again, forget Indeed, forget LinkedIn, forget any of the previous job boards, job listings. Go to Twitter, go to Telegram, go to Instagram, find people who are doing it on a daily basis, make connections with them, jump on calls with them. Number 3, once your foot is in the door, focus on building your skills. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the best salesperson you possibly can be. And I guarantee you will make $1,000 a month on average this year. $10,000 this year is honestly less than $1,000 a month. Totally doable. And once you make your first dollar online, you realize that a whole lot more is possible. Once you make your first $1,000 online, you realize that $10,000 is possible. And the same goes when you make your first 10K, you realize 100K is possible. But for now, focus on getting your foot in the door and understanding what the business actually is. Now, I want to ask one thing of you. If you've genuinely watched all the way to the end and you did find this video valuable, stay with me, subscribe, like the video, drop me a comment as well of what other advice you want or what other kind of videos that you want to see from me, Bolo. And you can also find me on other socials, Twitter and Instagram with the exact same username, Bolo Scout. This is your year, my friend. Get started in online business, follow the steps that I've laid out in this video, and you will print your first 10K this year online. Let's work, man. Let's get to it.